APPLEWOOD Smokehouse. We're going to show you how to slow smoke your whole chickens. This is the first of a few videos, and obviously the first one's going to be the worst one, so just bear with us here. We've had our 2 chickens sitting in our brine for approximately 4 hours. Some people do it more than that, but I figured these are small chickens, so it should have plenty enough time to soak up all the juices that's needed. Yeah, definitely juicy. You can see. Make sure you pull the bags out of the inside. Sometimes I even forget. Our brine is special. I'm not going to tell you what's in it. Sorry for that. But I'll give you a hint. It does have something to do with apples. Okay, so here's our chickens. As you can see, and they've got a little bit of a yellowish tint to them, simply for the fact of the type of brine we use. We're going to use some of our all-purpose applewood rub, and it will make the flavor profile just pop. So you douse it. If you can't get it to stick, a good thing to do is to rub a little oil on it or some butter, but they seem to be sticking pretty good.
Stop right there.
It's always best to have your chickens dried off before you attempt to put the rub on them. Otherwise you're going to run into the problem of it sticking more in one place than the other. But for the purposes of this video, listen to what I say and not what I do. Another good tip to have is whenever you're cooking any type of poultry, duck, bird, turkey, you name it, go ahead and lather the inside with some of the rub too. And if you don't want to purchase our rub, that's absolutely fine. There's plenty of very, very, very good store-bought poultry rubs out there. I'm going to let these sit for just a minute and get the smoker ready, and we're going to put them on the smoker. Okay, as you can see, we're using our big smoker for these. I know it's a little bit of overkill, but you can see the amount of smoke she produces. We're running right about 275. You want to cook chickens a whole lot higher than you would a pork sandwich, because, you know, they need to, if you cook them too low, they'll become rubbery, and you really don't want that. So this is us putting them on the grill, and the next clip you're going to see is every hour on the hour until they're done. Okay, while you got your chickens cooking, obviously you can use any type of barbecue sauce you want, but for me, I personally found that if you use a beef barbecue sauce or a pork-based barbecue sauce, it tends to overpower most poultries. So I've decided to come up with our own style of a poultry barbecue sauce, which is mainly used just for that. We call it Cluck It chicken sauce. Okay, so basically what you do here is you start with your tomato base. You add your tomato base. Okay. Now this is a very small portion because I'm not going to make a whole bunch. Then you add your vinegar. Okay, you mix those up a little bit, get them all mixed together. And what it'll do is it'll make it a little bit more runnier and give it a nice little flavor to it. Now what we got here, I'm not going to tell you the amounts, but what we got here is we got some brown sugar, obviously. We got some paprika, some garlic, some chili powder, And there is a few extra things in here that I'm not going to tell you what they are. But when you add these together, along with a little bit of liquid smoke, you get a very nice, light, flavored barbecue sauce. It's not overpowering at all. It actually complements things extremely well. And as you can see, I got some lumps in there. But you mix this up real nice and neat until you get a good consistency. You heat it up for about 20 minutes on a till it's up to a simmer. Cool it back down, and you're ready to go. Cluck It barbecue sauce. As you can see, after 3 hours of cooking, it has a nice mahogany color to them. I'm going to go ahead and spray them down with a little bit of my brine that I put in a squirt bottle. I'm going to check the bottom, make sure they're not burnt. Oh yes, looks very good, very good. Should give us some nice moisture inside and out. You can just see them dripping wet, which is good because chicken and poultry and all types of birds are usually a very lean meat. So there we go. As you can see, it's been a little bit longer, and they seem to be getting a little bit more of a redder mahogany look to them. That's because these particular ones were smoked with cherry and apple. I've also turned them breast down because you notice the legs and the wings, they'll cook a whole lot faster than the breast will because the breast is thicker, obviously. So I usually turn them breast down for a little while. That way it heats up the breast a whole lot more than it heats up the legs and the wings. They're about done. They're only about 10 or 15 degrees off. So here before too long we're going to douse them with a little bit of barbecue sauce and give it time to caramelize. And then we're going to take them off the smoker. As you can see, we are right on schedule. As a matter of fact, we're about done, believe it or not. We've got about maybe 10-15 minutes left to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the barbecue sauce that we'd made earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on each of them. And what it's going to do is the last 10 or 15 minutes is going to caramelize and give it a nice texture on it. You don't want to put it on too early, because if you use sugar or brown sugar or anything that's sweet like that, it'll end up burning it. So you got to make sure not to do that. And after we are done with this, we should be pretty close to ready to eat. Okay, it's about time. So let's check on our chicken. Beautiful, beautiful looking chicken. Let's check our temp. Make sure the temp, once again, says 165 or higher. It's good to have it setting a little bit higher than most. That way it gives it time to rest. And there we go. We're good on that. So let's pull these bad boys out of here. And we will take them inside and let them rest for about 5 or 10 minutes. And we'll be ready to eat. Okay, so we've smoked it, cooked it, got it up to temperature, and then we sat there and we put the barbecue sauce on it. And then we cooked it a little bit longer so that it would caramelize. And then we sat here and we let it rest for a little bit so to make sure that it maintains its temperature, and it helps suck the juices and flavors inside the chicken even more. So here is our finished product. Seems to me that it didn't caramelize all the way, but that's okay. You use barbecue sauce anyway, right? From everybody here at Applewood Smokehouse, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.